guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber from Kyuujin, and today we're back with you with Black Clover, episode 62.
Last episode, Mars faced Fana. It was really emotional, and the ending was beautiful. Asta had to push through because Fana was not, giving up. She was spreading fire everywhere. It got really hot, and yeah, Asta pushed through hell, and he inspired Mars to do just that too because he was letting himself die. He couldn't face Fana again, and together they pushed each other up, and until Mars could get to Fana and hug her.
Love wins it all, guys!
Yeah, it kind of brought back the memories, and in the end, she overcame the memories of the elf that controlled her. The eye disappeared, so now we know for a fact that it's a spell that's been put on her body, and we can exorcise them and save whoever's, left. So, Fana's back, Mars is with her. They took care of Ladros really easily. Like, they basically sent him a ball of fire from Salamander right to the face, and he kind of burned. So I don't know if he's still alive, but I'm feeling he might come back.
We cannot feel him right now, so maybe he's just unconscious.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, since now we've dealt with Fana, now it's the witches, the queen of the witches that's gonna show up and do her damage. Because she's basically like, this arc is about Vanessa and her past. So it's time for her, I guess, to be the villain again. We'll see, but this is where we are. So let's jump in this episode and see what happens next. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of these episodes, and check out our Patreon for the full-length reactions.
Alright, let's go!
We took care of the stragglers. Ladros, potentially. The queen, they're all that's left.
Yeah, she's all that's left, yeah.
Maybe all the other witches can rebel against their queen.
Because we saved their forest?
Yeah, and she's not gonna be thankful.
I'm really glad that we managed to save her, guys.
They deserve the world. And if they left some clothes behind, it's okay. The girls are gonna freak out in the forest.
At least I know one of them.
I love them.
They got happily married and live happy ever after with a bunch of kids. Those who boost each other up, Asta and everybody else.
See, his arms grow and then shrink depending on what's happening. He's depleted.
So glad we took care of that.
Ah, new friend. Through battles. He is! That's what friends do! I'm friends with antisocial people. It's fine. They were looking for a way to heal him from the previous battle.
I mean, without the stumbles, he could look 28.
No one looks 28 in this show. Yeah, her magic saved her. They would cast her out because of that. We really need to stop the Diamond Kingdom. If only to save whoever's left in there. Because it wasn't you. Answers a little bit. It wasn't you. Not your fault.
You thought she was dead.
Whoa, dude. Young love.
Vanessa! Shut up!
That's pure love.
It's a tragic love story.
Vanessa loves love.
He's a lover?
Oh yeah, well, not like that.
Not like that, Noel.
There's a stone here. We kind of never mentioned it, but there is one. Unless that's how the witches, the queen of the witches survived for so long. Maybe she's been harnessing the magic.
Maybe.
いや、傷ついた魔女たちを助けなければ。魔力は消えていたは
He's
ずだ。
back. Survived. It was too easy.
Asta is gonna need to be the one to do it then.
Well, yeah.
とんでもねえ魔力だったか。
It doesn't look like he's been hurt at all.
ごちそうさまです。死ぬかと思いましたよ。
魔力は途絶えたはず。
放出して取り込んだんです。感じに頼りすぎなんですよ。どいつもこいつもなんで身を捨てちゃうのかな。殺されるんだよ。
Okay, come on, my yes.
Thank you!
変なのが出てきたぞ。消えてくれる？関係ある。こいつは俺の。
He's my father!
We're gonna have to do it because everyone's out of commission.
Oh!
Well, if she's still in the same state
So she
as
doesn't have
when-
any more mana?
Yeah,
こい
maybe.
つは俺がぶっ倒す。待った待った。
Or she used it all and she's depleted, but
魔力の属性がなくてバカにされてたからさ。君のなさってあげた。
stop, man. He's insulted him on his magic and his height.
I know.
手組まない？右腕にしてあげるからさ。
No, we'll take you down and show you what we can do.
ふんぞり返ってる奴らをやっつけてさ。力も俺のことにしてやるけどね。
It's
You
not
can't
magic.
absorb it, man.
クローバー王国の魔法帝になるんだ。魔法帝ってだからバカって。
Basically, everyone, I said it before, everyone who insults him because of that end up being defeated so easily sometimes. Let's go.
聞いているよ。空間魔法の使い手がいないと手も足も出ないんだろ。
We'll find a way,
But he can deflect your own magic.
but he can't absorb it.
クルリサイクル諦めない。
Is someone still awake that can use magic?
誰か諦めるか。俺の
Uh,
傷つけたことを絶対許さね
I was hoping they would wake up. They're all unconscious.
え。利用するやつかされるやつの2種類しかいないんだよ。奴らを利用して勝ち上がってきた。ぶっ倒れているマルス君も利用させてもらうよ。実験台になってもらおうかな。
Oh, you're such a creep. We're gonna have to change our strategy. We can't defend forever.
俺を許さないんだよね。踏み台になれ。なんだこれ。
It's a freaking
Improvisation.
sword, bitch!
俺の魔力が抜けていく。
You're gonna did that against Venta once.
抜けない。
And the more it's in him, the less magic he gets.
マジで積み上げてきたものが爆炎で目を離しただけなのに気象にまでなったのに。
You underestimated him. Those who laugh the most go down the hardest.
こんなクソ重い剣をこの高さ
Yeah,
で
he's that strong without any magic.
俺がやられるっていうの。クソ。
Still trying to push him down, insulting him.
ここまで来れなかった。戦い方を教わって一緒に視線をくぐり抜けて戦い方を磨いてんだ。
反応できてたのは俺の故郷で言う。
He's learned from everyone, and Ladros has been pushing them away because he's just angry.
二言はないっつう言葉があってな。魔法帝になるってよ。今ここで限界。
Music is good right now. It's not about just Asta. It's about everyone surrounding him. He pushes others and they push him. Power of friendship.
お前に殺させて。
If it had just been Asta, I don't think he would have had the motivation to keep pushing.
No.
He needed people for whom he was doing this, right? A reason.
要する存在だって、仲間は違う。一緒に高め合う存在だ。
Yes.
お
Oh, I'm sorry.
傷つけたりして
Don't believe him, come
く
on.
れ。この剣を抜いてくれ。
How about no? Don't, Asta, don't fall for this.
抜かん。
Yes.
強さがわかるから 絶対に油断し
Yes.
Thank God.
バカだから最初にミスらそんな
At least you acknowledge it.
He's gotten more experience.
修羅場くぐってやがるもう一発食らって気絶してもらうぞクソが
He's such a coward,
今
man.
残っている魔力防がれたら本当におしまい無理やり抜くしかね
Ah, shit.
えまだ2発分
He's gonna have to make them count.
Oh shit.
あの野郎力手に入れたか知んねえが強大な魔法を出せ
It
None of
wasn't
that.
hers.
None of that's left.
殺すぞこいつをね
Ah, shit.
一撃で本当に殺す
Don't absorb it.
大勝負といこうか
Oh, shit. No, no, no. He might actually explode this time.
Yeah, because it doesn't have enough mana to absorb it,
Yeah,
right?
maybe. If he's dead, it's his own fault.
Oh shit.
Fuck.
Fudge!
精霊を超えている
Shit.
もう発せる量じゃない
I guess he's pushing his limits.
Oh shit.
返し早すぎて避けれなかった
He's gonna turn out a bigger threat than Salamander?
You're kidding me?
秘書の他の奴らなんて目じゃない国ストなものも俺の手に と始末しとかないとね俺ももう
Somehow-
油断しない攻撃を打ち続けるお前の体がバラバラになるまでね
Shit!
Or maybe that's time for her to finally do something?
やつの後を継ぐものかと思ったが
She knows
You know
about that.
something?
貴様が何
She's
者
old.
か見せてみる
She's gonna trigger the demon? She's triggering the demon.
あと何発耐えられるか
How
ね
the fuck?
あ
And she has answers for us, man.
What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, that thing. It is both fucking awesome and fucking creepy. No! Shit!
What the fuck is going on?
Oh, fuck.
I know that 5 clove means demonic or demon, but how does that affect Asta?
And she's saying, like, you're using that sword, so I thought you might have been like, his descendant or their descendant.
Their
She
descendant.
knows some shit. She's been there. She's old, so we'll have to interrogate her
I mean,
after this.
There is a reason why Asta and Yuno has been put at the orphanage when they were babies
And-
with that pendant on Yuno's neck.
And
There's
we don't
a
know.
reason.
Well, Yuno's thing, like, we thought about this. Like, we had theories. Yuno's pendant could be, like, royalty shit. Like, he could be from a rich family, or I don't know how he got there, but it kind of, to me, it sounds like he's got a family crest, and that sounds like rich stuff, right? But Asta, we know nothing about his past, except that the sword chose him. It could have been
Are you saying that is King Arthur
He's
or
King Arthur.
something?
It could have been, like, we have theories about how they could potentially be reincarnations or descendants from the first Wizard King and the demon. Now we know that the demon I'm thinking used to be an elf and all that, and so it's getting tricky, but he's also using the book and the swords from someone who used to exist back in the day, like the master
So
of
it's
the
not
elves.
that far-fetched. It just means that we need to explain the how.
Except the only
and whom.
Except the only human elf hybrid that was born was Lisht's son. Mm-hmm. He's not the master. Like, he's the one that was saying, how dare you use that? Like, that doesn't belong to you, but not meaning it belongs to me, right? It meant belonging to someone above Lisht almost. So maybe Lisht wasn't the one that transformed into the demon. Maybe the guy who owned the book and the sword was the one that transformed.
Maybe.
But in any case, she knows where it came from. She knows a bit of history about that.
She knows
so
a lot.
We'll have to ask her after we defeat her, because I'm thinking she's gonna come for us.
Do you think that she's gonna be willing to talk?
No, not at first, but eventually maybe. And we need answers, because that shit is taking over Asta, and he has no control over it, so that's a bit terrifying. It looks cool.
It looks cool, but I'm a bit scared.
Yeah. Ladros now. We talked about him before, about how I thought maybe he felt, he's never had an attribute, so his magic is there, it's just not centered around an element, and so he doesn't really have anything to use, right? In that way, he is kind of close to Asta. He was cast out, he was like put down and everything because he was different, except just like I meant, you know, what I talked about with Ra and Asta, he's used whatever he had wrong, whereas Asta saw it as a way to push himself up and prove others that even without magic he could achieve some stuff, and he's tried to protect others, and his need to protect others got him close to people who are hurting, other outcasts, and you know, because he wants to help, he's been pushing them, and their motivation and their need to protect kind of, you know, was born from Asta, and that ended up inspiring Asta too. If it was just Asta, and he had no one to protect, like he had no one to do this for, I'm guessing he would have lost motivation a long time ago. Like he needed a push just as much as he's giving a push to others. So I really love how he's saying we push each other.
Yeah.
Because it's not just him. When he's insulted, like when he's being pushed down and the odds are against him, and he's basically realizing, shit, my lack of magic truly is not helping me right now. Like it would be easy to give up, but that's when those he helped show up and are telling him, like, you've helped us, so let us help you. It's never been just about Asta. Whereas Ladros, I feel like he got angry, and maybe because like the only person who believed in him, whereas Asta has had, you know, all his freaking life, and they've been pushing each other. He's had friends later on too, like Ladros maybe only had Fanzel, and when Fanzel left, it was just him and his lack of attribute, like him and his lack of actual.
He didn't have that someone to believe in him, basically.
Yeah, and so all was left. Yeah, he had his bullies and those that never understood him, and maybe that festered. And he started seeing like judgmental eyes in everyone's faces, right? He's like, oh, no one likes, you know, no one sees me as strong. And so he started trying to be strong, but not for others, not to protect the weak, but just to prove he could do it. And he had experimentations done on him because of that. Like he pushed limits and boundaries, and now I'm thinking he's doing just that again. Like he's not supposed to harness as much magic, and yet he's pushing his body. He did some terrible shit to himself, all in the purpose of proving how strong he could be. And because of his lack of trust for others, because they always saw him as useless in a country, in a kingdom that values strength and cast out those that are not strong enough, he had to, it's survival of the fittest. So I'm thinking he pushed on his own, and since no one was going to help him because they also had to do the same shit, he started seeing them as only stepping stones, ways for him to get stronger. So his way of doing this is to basically sacrifice or manipulate those around him to get stronger, whereas Asta uses people just like to elevate himself and them, right? He elevates the whole group because his purpose is to help. I said used, it's not the right word with Asta. It's not like he's manipulating friends, but he's basically motivating others with his own motivation, and they motivate him, so they help each other up.
I'm just gonna say that maybe the fact because Asta, at the base of it, had a good support system, like with
a
better support system with the kids back at the orphanage. He has people who were good to him and liked him for him, basically.
I think
despite his lack of mana.
I think the big change, and like even the kids in the orphanage, like some of them were saying like, dude, you're never gonna be like a magic knight.
He was still for them it was funny because Asta had zero mana, but he was still a kid from the orphanage.
But
he
remember,
was a kid from their town.
Yeah, he had a family, but they never really saw his potential until he got his sword in his book and he started showing them. But Yuno's been believing in him ever since they were kids. I'm thinking his support system, the reason why Asta turned out the way he did was because of Yuno, his friendship with the guy who had so much magic, but instead of looking down at him,
saw something in him.
Exactly, because Yuno saw really young what Asta could do without magic. So he understood that it's not about your power, it's about what you do, it's about your actions, it's about how much you push and how you never give up. That's always been Asta's way of life, because that's how he survives. It motivated Yuno. The first he motivated was Yuno, and then Yuno's trust and confidence, complete confidence in Asta, because he always pushes him up. They joke they insult each other.
Yeah.
But if you
But
insult
it's
Asta,
good banter, so it's fine.
yeah, but when they're surrounded by people with magic and they start pushing Asta down, he's quick to remind everyone that he's his rival, and that's a huge mark of like, I value you because he's strong.
Yeah, he's the first one to step up anytime that someone tried to push his friend down.
And it's been hard for Asta even with but was the first one he motivated, and that started a pattern. But if it wasn't for what started there between the two, Asta could have been very different. So I guess like in a way, he sees people like Ladros or back in the day like Ra and stuff, and he's like, you could have done something else because I did something else. Is it selfish to be like you could have changed things when you had a friend who believed in you and he didn't? If I was Ladros and I truly was like filled with rage and the need to prove myself and be strong, maybe I'd be like, fuck you, man. Like, you're saying this to me, but look at your life. It wasn't that bad. But then I have no pity for a guy who, even when he's defeated, is trying to insult Asta because he can't believe that a guy like him can defeat his power. I mean, you just said you were similar and you're laughing at his face. Those that laugh in this show, I always enjoy when they go down because Asta proves them wrong every time.
Yeah, but sometimes mockery and laughing at someone else's expense is your way to protect yourself. If all his life Ladros only knew people who were just mean to him because he didn't have any, what's the word again? Affinities? Okay, affinities with his mana, and he had to be mean and just push everyone else to protect himself.
You're saying
when you see someone who was supposed to be a nobody pushing himself hard enough to defeat you and he still got nothing, yeah, you're gonna try to bash him because it's the only way that you know to protect yourself against that type of power, basically.
Maybe a part of him is like, since he doesn't want to accept that he's again the weakest here, he's trying to push Asta down because it would be like the ultimate insult to be defeated by a guy with no magic. I'm gonna go beyond that because he was so arrogant. I think Ladros was basically just pushing him down because he got so strong over time. Like, he got so many experimentations done on him. He got, like, now he can absorb power. It's kind of a mockery. Like, you have so much strength, I'm gonna steal it from you and throw it back at your face. His ability, his strength, his power is literally a representation of how he's felt as a child. He's got nothing, so he steals from others just to smack them down with it. But he got arrogant with it, and now he's looking at Asta and he's pushing him down and he's laughing because he's forgetting where he started almost. He became this thing, but he's not remembering the kid who used to feel like he couldn't do shit. Like, he made mentions of it. He was comparing himself to Asta, and then he turned around and he was like, haha, I'm manipulating him because that's what he's been doing. But you truly forgot how you felt. I feel like if he truly looked into it, he could feel a connection to Asta and calm down, but he's turned into an arrogant bastard who has no love for anybody.
This is years of trauma and bad circumstances.
I know, it's not his fault per se.
It's not his fault, but he still needs to be held accountable for his action anyway.
And he needs to be taken down right now because he's currently stronger than Salamander.
Damn it.
And
how is that even possible, though?
He absorbed it all. Like, I don't really know. Like, Fana, her magic didn't react. Like, she still has it. Salamander is still connected to her. And I guess strong emotions really, like, basically triggered everything, and he just absorbed it all. How he managed to do that, I don't know. But now he's got it. And unfortunately, like, whereas Salamander is a spirit, I mean, it's a dragon, and I mean, I know, Spirit is talking, and she has a personality, and she interacts. It feels like Salamander is more like a mindless animal that follows the commands or whoever's controlling him, right? So, in that way, it's strong, but it's without a purpose or without a direction, whereas Ladros is a human with a human brain, human intentions and strategy and training, and he's got the power with now the means to use it all.
And it's true that when Fana was using Salamander, it wasn't at his
it wasn't
right
mature,
stage.
yeah.
It wasn't mature yet. So maybe with Ladros taking all that power, it got mature enough. So this is why it is bigger than what it used than before then.
Maybe. I really don't know. We'll see next episode, but we basically have no one left. Like, Noelle just woke up. But what can she do? Like, if she throws... Unless, I mean, he's already... absorb so much power if she throws another dragon, which I don't think she can because she did say she was going to put everything in that last spell. I was thinking maybe she had enough, she could throw a big spell at him and that was going to be too much, but he's managed. So I don't really know.
Yeah, but he already got Salamander, so maybe if she can do a huge...
But she can't.
She can. But if she could, maybe it would be enough to just make him explode. But
well,
she
now,
can't,
I mean, we
right?
woke up the demon, so I'm thinking the demon is gonna do some shit. It's gonna be what...
Try to absorb that.
Maybe the only reason why Noelle woke up is so she could witness whatever happens and then have a talk with Asta about this. Because it's about to get intense. Last time we saw it was crazy, so...
I mean,
Next
we
episode.
saw the shadow of it behind Asta, and it got Vero spooked a bit.
But now it's taking over him.
Shit.
Part of me is really excited and the other part is a bit afraid, but we'll see next episode. Those cliffhangers, man. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next one right away, it is on Patreon already. You can check it out. The link is in the description below.
And if you don't, the next one will be on YouTube soon enough. So you're gonna see you
Yes.
then, guys.
Bye!